Hey everybody, welcome back to Median XL Sigma 2.2. Did a little bit of stuff off screen, so we got our spell grip up to tier 4, actually really low stat requirements. Farnham's at tier 2, Black Sheep Wall is almost tier 4. I put together some Megalith boots that I'm going to put on in a little bit once I hit 73. We leveled up a little bit as well. We are 54, so we have our Sunstone all good to go. Also went and grabbed the relics on my other characters, so I went and ran Bale quickly on my Unholy Melee and my Javazon, which, if you want to know those playthroughs, they're on the channel. And I got a Sacrifices relic, kind of not great, but the 4% reanimate and the 10 life per kill is kind of okay, I guess. And then I got Singularity, which is an old assassin skill. I won't be using it, but Magic Absorb 2% is kind of insane, as well as 30 life per kill. So at 75, I'll put these on as well, just might as well. 40 life per kill and 2 Magic Absorb is pretty nice. Reorganize the stash a little bit as well. I went and grabbed the Quav Sins that I had on my Javazon as well. That's not till 110, so I won't be using that for a while, but it's a pretty good amulet, and I may use it over Athelas Oracle. Grabbed the Royal Circlet as well. Just an overall fine helmet to use. I got Snow Squalls here that I might use as well, but we'll see. And a mix of other things. I do have this Dragonheart, but not too interested in using it. I looked up the breakpoints actually for wrist blades, and in fact, all claw weapons hit their maximum breakpoint of 5 frames, which is crazy, at 27 increased attack speed. So, with the amount of attack speed I'll be stacking through gear just coincidentally, I should be hitting most breakpoints like really, really easily. So I did look into it, and Shadow Dancer is indeed practically useless. The Bloodbath cooldown is the only thing we get out of this, since the physical doesn't have any physical damage on the claw, and elemental, even innate elemental damage on weapons can't crit, so it can't crit or deadly strike, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. What else? Anything else? I don't think so. I think that's everything. I'll probably end up maxing Perfect Being as well, and I think I'm gonna put a point into Queen of Blades, because I think 1 point in there is probably gonna be pretty good. So let's just get on with it. So we are gonna fly through a lot of this pretty quick, since we are fairly over-geared for it now. I basically just farmed a Nilthak, normal Nilthak, and that was good. But I'm going to drop 1 point into Queen of Blades, and I'll put that on. So let's redo some of these. I want this one to be on E, this to be on R, this to be on A, and this on S. So we'll just get some extra projectiles shooting out. I don't think I'll do more than 1 point, but we'll see. And I will probably finish Nightmare this video, but we'll see. Maybe not. Might do all the way up to, like, Act 3? We do have 2 familiars now as well, with 5 points in Bad Strike. And just for their utility, I will probably end up using the bats through Endgame as well. The cool thing about Queen of Blades is that it can proc on hit effects, which can be brutally powerful and very abusable when it's firing off a lot of projectiles. I don't know if the projectiles shotgun on bosses or not, but for clearing, it helps a lot, because AoE is one of the things that this character really lacks. They don't have great AoE. So I dropped that 1 point in Queen of Blades because it'll scale based on of our weapon damage. It's considered an attack for those purposes. So it goes off of our weapon damage, which is all the innate elemental damage we have, and we're scaling. And this should be it. Get our free skill point. I am not going to put a point into Shred. I am going to be maxing Way of the Phoenix. A lot of people were actually saying to not even bother maxing Noctiol, because I'll be maxing Anathemia, which is, I think, a total of 30% innate elemental damage is 5+1 per level, and it's a max of 25. So 30% increase in innate elemental damage is a fair amount. It'll be pretty good. I'm not sure if I want to use. I'm going to test out familiars, but I might respec out of it and change some things. I want to try out all the skills because I don't really know the build very well. I was thinking I might even drop 1 point into Way of the Spider at some point, just because it'll give, like, with plus levels, it'll just be like a ton of damage overall. So for now, I think I'll just put points into Anathemia for the bonus innate. So I have 100 hard points in Vitality, and then I'm just going to get my Strength and Dexterity up. They both need to be at about 300. 315 and 318, I think, to wear the full set. And then I also have a couple other gear pieces I would like to use. And they are going to require like 500, 600. Once I get more life on attack, I'll be less worried about keeping Bloodbath up. Because with the life on attack, it won't be as bad. And the set that we'll be using for a while, it also gives 150 life on attack. I'll be swapping off of the set probably once. I'll probably swap off of the set once I have the runes for, like, Hellfire Plate. I think that's what it's called. didn't repair. Yeah, because I tiered up the claws, they don't exactly have the MOs on them anymore. Although I leveled up a couple times here. So let's see, they're 52, 58, so we can buy the life on hit. We have 20 mana on attack right now, and we will need another one. So let's buy mana and life. Well, okay. So I'm gonna probably, let's see. I'll buy them as I need them, but we'll do the life first, so we have a little bit better sustain. So I'm gonna be using this till level 90, so we'll have to see. Oh, stamina shot, shrine bless. I love seeing a stamina shrine in MXL. I could care less about a stamina shrine in vanilla, but in MXL, I see that stamina shrine and I'm happy. I shouldn't sprint as much as I do because it kills my defense, but I don't care. Once we hit 60, we can do another one. Once we hit 60, we can put on Athila's Oracle as well.
How has this tree escaped corruption?
It's honestly kind of crazy how much single target we have. Our clear ain't great. It's not as good as like Lemur's was, for example, but it's still like solid clear for now. I don't think we'll have as good clear in like paused, but there is a Sacred Unique Wrist Blade that gives a flat 2500 lightning damage to it's a flat 2500 lightning damage to Queen of Blades, and that's kind of insane as well. So if we get that, I may do that and dive a little more into the Queen of Blades stuff. Because points in Queen of Blades gives it more projectiles. It's one extra blade per 3 levels, so that's significantly more blades being shot out. And I am going to use Akar's Robe. That should be my 60 as well. We could use Athila's Oracle. Yeah, single target damage, pretty dang good.
Hello.
Guess I should go free Kane, huh?
Help! Kane, go to the road camp. You have...
So, we need 175 strength. So, we're not quite there to be able to wear this yet. Still, not bad. And it gives us way more sockets to work with. Okay.
The Sisterhood welcomes you.
Let's go finish off this act real quick. And I'm picking up all the perfect gems in every rune, just because it's one click to stack everything now, so I don't have to worry about clicking through all my runes to try and organize stuff. It's way more straightforward, so I can just pick up every single rune I see and one click clears up my entire inventory, so. We can put more mana here. Let's do that, and then let's go grab the waypoint. $61.
Such corruption in this place.
Kind of have the feeling that going specialization to get extra levels, like cutting some of the stray points I have out and putting those extra levels into Way of the Griffin and Way of the Phoenix might be better. I do like the idea of the familiars, maybe as like 1-point wonders, putting one into each. But I'll only have the one familiar if I only do 1 point in Bat Strike. The other option is to actually like ignore there was another option I was looking at, which would be to ignore the claw tree almost entirely and just take Anathema and Way of the Griffin from this tree, and then actually in the traps tree come down. I'd have to invest a lot of points here in order to grab Forger's Hegemony for the max Fire Cold 10% Vitality 50 block and the 5% maximum life regen over 5 seconds when hit. Because the levels in this, it makes your regen a crap ton of health over a very short duration. But I'd have to invest, like, let's see, that's 45, right? 15, 30, 45 in each, like 15 in each of the traps. And then before 46, 47, and then I could be able to go into here. I don't know if I need to take these before I take this or not, or if I can just go straight down. That is a possibility, and I say that because if I go, this disables Noctule, which is the first skill in this tree, which means I wouldn't be able to take any of this. But then I could swap that out to get that other passive and not to actually use the traps, and go for Charged Strike on like the Endless Loop, or using another O skill as my attack instead, basically. I actually don't care about the claw block because they're just better shields, and that's probably not what I'm going to do as well. But it's just you know, something funny to think about, that it is possible. Yeah, it's still pretty clunky, unfortunately, but nothing incredible. I do this because the drop rates for enhanced runes has been increased, and I think some of the lower level enhanced runes might be able to drop there. I'm actually not sure. Maybe they can't, and I'm just crazy, but I'm not completely sold on Bat Strike yet. And I always grab the Malice because if I need a crafting base, it lets me turn a Sacred into a Sacred Rare. So it just helps speed that process up. Doesn't affect the item level or anything like that, so you can still do the normal shenanigans. I don't care about the waypoint here either. It's definitely a lot of buffs to keep active, but it's not too bad. The chest piece for the Witch Hunter set, the Claw Assassin set, also gives 200 life regen per second. There's a lot of really cool sacred uniques as well, like the sacred unique blade shield. One of them gives a 20% of your life restored over a duration whenever you take weapon damage or something like that. It's a lot of really cool stuff. Let's dump points into Way of the Phoenix. Get that maxed out. I think the flat damage from those is going to be more than the 1% extra innate elemental damage on the weapon right now. Probably not true later down the line, but at this point, it's only Nightmare. I'm not going to do any Nightmare and Dariel farming. Chain boots, that's Lion Paw. Those actually aren't bad, but I'm going to be swapping over to Megalith in like
Death becomes you,
8 levels, so 175 strength we need. So we can put on Atlas Oracle now. This I will put in the stash. We'll do that. See, it's very nice. This goes here. Let's go talk to Charcy.
Oh, good day.
Again, I won't actually be using it anytime soon, but later on down the line when I'm doing some, like, Trinity crafted gear or whatever I decide to do.
How may I help you?
Very nice. The 1 second cooldown on Bad Strike just kind of kills it for me. It's so weird to, like, swap like that. I'm recording this a little later than I normally would. I was watching TRG's stream. He just started his character for this season. He's playing on ladder, though. If I was playing on ladder, I probably would have played with him and done some recording for that. This season, he decided to play a caster barbarian, which we all laughed at first, but then, like, the more we thought about it and looked at gear and skills, there's actually a couple really cool things that can be done with it. So I'm really excited to see what he does with that wild build. There's some rune word scepters that use all of the elemental runes from Taganzi, so it's quite the grind. They give 30 to 35 magic missile. And you can dual wield scepters as a barbarian. Ooh. You can dual wield scepters as a barbarian, so that means you can get up to, like, 70 levels in magic missile. And the wolves, which are originally meant to, the way they're set up, they increase the flat, like, they add flat damage to either physical or elemental damage. And the original purpose of this was to be for attack skills. But it turns out that if you go with the elemental one, it actually works for spells as well, as long as they're spells that deal elemental damage. And we're assuming they'll work for magic missile. We have some testing to do for it, obviously. I'll be interested to see how it all works, but we did some testing and it does indeed work with flash. So for the late game scalability of the build, it looks like there's actually a couple decent options. There's a lot of other cool O skills that can be used as well, but you just want to try some of the new O skills, and I highly recommend, if you guys enjoy my stuff, you would check him out. I'll have his channel linked in the description. I love his Median XL stuff. He's great. It does make me want to play Caster Barbarian myself, though. So perhaps on my own time, I might put together some stuff for a Caster Barb and see how it goes. Just the idea seems very fun for me, so I'll probably farm up the runes for the close one, for the scepters, which will be a lot of Taganzi farming. But I have to do some Taganzi farming anyways, because I'll be some slight spoilers for the Unholy Melee. I've been practicing a couple bosses. Some of the bosses got rebalanced in this, specifically some of the 125s. So Atonicon, the Witch, and Gyua, specifically the nests for Gyua, used to be like a big roadblock for me. But thankfully now, that's not the case. I need 175. Okay. Do that. Yeah. So, I've thankfully been able to kill those bosses now, so I'm gonna do some more videos on both my Javazon and the Unholy Melee Paladin, the Ritualist Paladin. And I'll probably take on a couple of those bosses now that they're a little easier to kill. I'll do it with the poison setup on the Java, because I'm nowhere near getting... Well, actually, no. I could be very close to getting the setup for my Java. I just need a Yes rune to drop, which I can't plan on it dropping. It just needs to drop whenever it drops. Gur and Rawl for the Hellfire Plate as well for this character would be nice. There's a lot of runes I would like to see, but enhanced runes in general did get increase in drop rate across the board, as did normal runes. But that was partially to help balance out the fact... Well, so I think I mentioned this when I read it in the patch notes video, but if you skipped that, my brain's not working today, man. Let's kill him. What am I thinking of? It'll come to me. It's not come to me. It's gone. Something important, I'm sure. But anyways, was I talking about the bosses? I don't remember. There's my ADHD for you. Okay, 73 for that, and we're 70. We need 3 more strength. Let's go talk to Kane, and then Drogonon. And then I think Kane again, or do we just go straight to Jaren?
Hello. Greet when the
close to finishing up Act 2 here. Bottom right. I should have put down a portal. I have definitely noticed that the Clawson is very squishy. Similar to the Ritualist, I need to attack in order to heal. Or I need to kill things in order to heal, is the big thing with Bloodbath. But unfortunately, I'm not a Vitality character like the Paladin is. Nor do I have all the extra defensive layers that the Paladin gets. I'll almost certainly MO my weapon a lot more as well. Our Catalyst of Learning.
Your decoy is dead.
Nice. Straight north. Yeah, as long as we're killing stuff, we get healed quite fast. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Greeting.
Arcane Crystal.
Greetings.
A little bit of lag there with that.
Greeting, Gerund.
Can't click through it too quick.
You.
Wouldn't mind getting a bigger belt as well. This one's only a tier 1. Perhaps I go hit up Elcor and
Damn it.
grab like a tier 2 or tier 3 belt. Tier 3? 192 strength though. 2 sash. I'd like a tier 3 sash is what I would like. There's a sash there. It's a tier 2 one. Tier 1. I really don't want to spend arcane crystals on it. That's the big thing. Really? 2 is the best I can get? How many? That just gives me the same 2 anyways. Okay. I'll grab one later. That's fine. I'll probably have a sacred one sitting here anyways. I have a sacred belt, but that's 675 strength. Whew. Alright. I'm gonna hit 75 soon. So I'll throw those in my inventory, might add as well. What's our resistances looking at? We need a little more fire and a little more poison. So we'll go fire. And poison. Is that enough? One more poison. There we go. This... I don't feel like wasting the money to get the gems back. Not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep relics, even though they're charms now, I'm going to keep relics separate from my normal charms, because if you watch my stuff, you know I like to keep my charms in the order I found them, but there's not really an intended progression for relics, it's just totally random, so... I do that mostly just to see like what order I killed the bosses in on that character. I like to keep track of that kind of stuff just for fun. Ooh, that's for Flare Jungle. That's the Spider Cavern. Ugh, that's in a terribly annoying spot. Can I teleport over this? No, I won't have the distance. I'll have to go this way. I mentioned it very briefly when I was talking about build options earlier, but I may end up trying out Charge Strike as a skill anyways, just because. Because I do have a couple endless loops, and it is primarily a lightning damage build, so Charge Strike might actually be pretty decent for the build. So I do want to try that out. Oh, we can put on our megaliths now. some nice 5% dexterity, 13 all attribute. Good regen mana as well on there. Just some cool stuff. Toss those. I should be able to ammo some more life on attack onto my weapon now as well. Hard level 60. Yeah, we can do 3 more. Yeah, I have an endless loop that rolled plus 19 to charge strike. So I'm going to look at the damage numbers and see how they compare. And it might end up being like really good, so that's the waypoint for Flare Jungle. That's the Flare Dungeon. So we'll drop a portal here and then go grab this waypoint. But we can't use Endless Loop until 100, so that'll be later. There's 75. Nice. I'm not sure exactly how the math works out on it, but overcapping our attack speed may actually be useful for slow curses, because if the slow curse doesn't bring us down below 27%, we still have our max breakpoint, which I believe is how that works. No storm tree. Don't accidentally portal. There's the waypoint up here. Having a teleport makes this all, like, way less painful as well.
What a delicious blade. I should consult Amos.
$77. Yeah, it's looking like we'll finish up Act 3 here for the end of the video. Ruined Temple, Disused Fane. EXP shrine is nice. Not too shabby.
Back in reading, yes. Greetings.
Shrines.
Look good day.
Well, praise you.
Don't know if I have to talk to Kane again first. I do. And then Elcor.
Good day. Ah, you have from me. What do you need?
So. No. Hold on. That sent those straight to my stash from... Oh. Now that's cool. That's actually really cool. We're also getting these now as well for the extra life per kill. And that magic absorb is kind of crazy. Let's just do that for now. By the time we hit 90, 10 more levels, we hit 90. So by the time we hit 90, we should... Oh, and good spawns here as well. Always gotta click a fire shrine. Another EXP shrine. It's a reanimate. Oh, I forgot about this. Gotta get my class charm. We'll do that before we end the video. Or I'll do one full run through and we'll see if I get it. I know last time on the Paladin we had, we got one in like 5 tries, I think. I think the drop rate's supposed to be 1 in 3. But I don't know if I trust that. Maybe it was the Hammer of the Tam Judges, actually, not the class charm. Maybe the class charm's 100%. We need level 90 for it, which we don't have yet, but 2 to assassin skills, curse length reduction, and chance to avoid damage. That's actually really good. It's our enead skill as well. We could put points in here as well. This is it. So passive reduces incoming elemental and magic damage. Oh, and 0.5. That's actually crazy good. Okay, we'll definitely be maxing that. That sounds great. Okay. We have to run through this again because I didn't. Instead of putting a portal down and then going to Act 4, I just went right into it because I'm dumb. Four. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. So that is now Act 3 done.
Good to see you.
The next one we will probably smash right through a lot of this. I think I have that. I have the chest piece for the Sonic set. I'm missing one of the claws for the Sonic set. It might have a good life roll though, so I'll just toss it here for now. Any of these any good? Nope. Of course not. Why would they be? That is so satisfying. Those are garbage. Okay. This is all looking pretty good. Okay. We can definitely upgrade this. So let's pull... Let's see, I want to double check exactly how much we need for certain things. So let's pull up the tiered unique page. I know I can upgrade my shield as well. So 4 helms. We need 255 to hit the strength for the highest tier. So we're actually almost there. We can actually use tier 4 for the helmet. And by the time we hit 90, we should be able to equip the full set, I think. It's like, what the hell is that? Top up on potions. Then you, I want to grab 2 of those. Okay, that's level 4 now. 25% vitality to fire, lightning, and cold absorb. Good defense, elemental pierce. So some good stuff. I can put one of each of these in here as well. We want a poison one in there now. Even though we don't need poison. It makes the item look cleaner. I'll reorganize this as well. This way, it just says max Ele res +1 and elemental res +20 as opposed to all of them individually. Okay. Then this can go 282. This gives us dexterity. We really need 2 dexterity. Are you kidding? Okay, hold on. When in doubt. Whatever. That's good enough for now. Okay. And our resistances. Pop one of these bad boys in there and we're good. Okay. So that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing. I'll see you on the next one.